Fried chicken mac and cheese is on the menu, but before we get started, hit the subscribe button, the like, the share, do all that good stuff, all right? So the first things first, we got some buttermilk and we have some diced up chicken thighs. That's about 1/4 to 1.5 inch size and cuts. You can use chicken breasts, you can use chicken tenders if you want, but let's make this marinade. We got some granulated garlic, onion powder, cayenne, black peppers, salt, dried thyme, and dried oregano, and we're gonna go ahead on and add that to our marinade and give that a good old stir, all right? And once you see that color change, we're gonna go ahead on and dump our chicken into that, all right? Now, don't just throw it in there, but gracefully do it. And then make sure you stir that chicken in there so that it's evenly coated. You don't wanna just have that chicken just sitting in there. You want that chicken to be swimming in that thing. All right, then we're gonna go ahead on and wrap that with a little film wrap, and then we're gonna pop that into the refrigerator for 4 hours to 8 hours. The longer you let it sit, the more flavor you put into that chicken. All right, and after that time has passed, we're gonna go ahead on and take it out of the fridge after the chicken finished taking a little bath at the spa. And then we're gonna go ahead on and get ready to fry this up. Now you can do this the hard way or you can do it the easy way. I chose to do it the hard way. The hard way is taking a little bit of our buttermilk marinade and pouring it into another bowl. And then we have some flour that I just put a little bit of salt and pepper in it. Now, here's the hard way. You take the chicken out the marinade, you put it into the flour, you go ahead on and dredge it so it evenly coats it. Then you take it out of the flour after you shake off the excess flour and throw it into the extra buttermilk. All right, after you put it into the extra buttermilk, you go ahead on and toss it to evenly coat it in the buttermilk. Then you take it out of the buttermilk and throw it back into the flour and evenly coat it and then fry it. I just find this gives a beautiful crunch on the chicken. You can skip this whole step totally by just taking it out the marinade, put it in the flour, and then put it into the hot oil. So back there, I got some oil that's about 375 degrees, and you see that sizzle back there? That means it's nice and hot. And then you wanna just go ahead on and fry these chicken pieces for about 5 to 6 minutes, all right? You rinse and repeat this whole process until you have finished frying your chicken pieces, all right? So you can do it the easy way or you can do it the hard way. You want to let these chickens fry, like I said, for about 5 to 6 minutes. You will have to flip them over to make sure that they are evenly fried, all right? You can go ahead on and let it swim and get that beautiful golden brown color. Look at that, all right? I like to fry in canola oil. If you like to spend more money on avocado oil and grapeseed oil for frying, and Lord bless you. But canola oil is my go-to, all right? And as you can see, these chicken pieces have got nice and golden brown and delicious. All of them will not make it to the fried chicken mac and cheese because I'm going to eat them before they get there because there is such thing as a chef's portion, all right? Now, if you've seen my grandma's mac and cheese recipe video, you know how I get down when it comes to making my mac and cheese. We're gonna take a little bit of butter and melt that in a flour, add it to the pot, and we're gonna make ourselves a nice white blonde roux, all right? And then to that, we're gonna add some salt, black pepper, granulated garlic, and some dried mustard. Yes, I did say dried mustard. Dried mustard works well with all of these cheeses we have here. Then we're gonna go ahead on and stir those spices into our roux and make sure that it's perfume in the house. We wanna give it a stir a couple of times, or maybe 5 times. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some half and half. I always stress this point, add this half and half in thirds, all right? Now I'm gonna switch from my spoon to my whisk because the whisk just helps you get into those little corners of those pots, all right? This step is very important to making sure you don't have a flour taste. You wanna stir this for about a good minute so you can cook out the flour. If you don't do this right, you will taste flour at the very end and there's nothing you can do to get it back. You're just gonna have a flour tasting mac and cheese. But if you stir it for a good minute, good a little elbow grease into it, stir kind of hard, you'll get that flour taste out, and then you will continue in adding your half and halves in thirds, all right? This just helps the sauce get so silky. Then we're gonna go ahead on and throw a little bit of that heavy whipping cream in there. And now we got 4 cheeses to choose from. We're gonna add some sharp cheddar. Go ahead and throw that in there, my man. And then we're gonna add some mozzarella. And we're gonna put that in there. And we also have some creamy Havarti on the board and some smoked Gouda. Feel free to add any cheeses you want. You like Velveeta in your mac and cheese? Add Velveeta. You want to add some white queso Velveeta? Do that. Pepper jack, Kobe jack, Swiss cheese. Let your heart flow. Make this mac and cheese you, all right? I just wanted to add a little bit of smoked Gouda to add that nice smoky flavor, and the Havarti adds a nice creamy texture to this mac and cheese sauce, all right? So we're gonna add just a little bit of Havarti and a little bit of smoked Gouda to it, and then we're gonna go ahead on and add our macaroni, all right? You just wanna go ahead on and pour that in there, and then we're gonna add some fried chicken. That's right, this is a fried chicken mac and cheese. We're gonna go ahead on and add this to this. Now look, if you wanna be a little bit cheap and stretch it, after you finish frying these chicken pieces, you can cut them in half and then fold them into your cheese sauce. Look at that, look at how good that is. All right, this is the fried chicken mac and cheese. All right, so after we stir that up and give it a good fold and then to combine it, we're gonna do is transport that to our casserole dish. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Nice, white, elegant sauce, all right? And then we're gonna top it off with some more fried chicken mac and cheese. I told y'all, this is the fried chicken mac and cheese. You gotta have fried chicken in every single bite. And as you can see, those ain't no little pieces. That's what we call Louisiana lanyard pieces. You hear me? That is love bites, all right? You don't want no little shredded pieces of chicken. You want to taste big pieces of chicken in every bite, all right? And after you top it off with some chicken, then we're gonna go ahead on and garnish it with a little bit of the smoked Gouda and Havarti that's left over, all right? Now, the reason why I didn't top it off with some sharp cheddar cheese, because that yellow cheddar takes a longer time to melt, and by that time, we would have burned our cheese. So we're gonna pop that into a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, or until your oven starts smoking, because this cheesy goodness is dripping all over the place. But that's how easy it is to make fried chicken mac and cheese. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell your mom and them about me.